At first, I was skeptical about using Let's Get Checked at home testing kits, because it's common for us to think, oh, in order to do, hormone tests, to draw blood, to do all these medical kind of stuff, we have to go to the hospital, get it done by a doctor or a nurse, in a medical kind of environment. But I was really happy with my experience, and I was really impressed with the whole process. Hello and welcome to the video. Today I'll be reviewing Let's Get Checked and sharing my experience of using Let's Get Checked at home hormone test kits with you. So stay tuned to hear my review, my experience. Now, I talk a lot about getting to the root cause of your PCOS, and hormonal testing is one of the most important ways to understand your condition. Through testing your hormones, it gives you an insight and helps you understand why you may be experiencing certain symptoms. So Let's Get Checked is a company that provides you with easily accessible at-home testing and medical consultations without ever having to leave your home. Now, many women do not get the PCOS testing they need, whether it's because the medical provider is not very supportive. I know oftentimes you may go to the doctor and request hormones, a blood test to test your hormones, and they just do not accept the request. They don't put that request through to go to the hospital to get the test you want to get done to stay on top of your health. Or on the other hand, many of us just do not have the time to go to the GP or medical provider, request the test, and then go to the hospital and wait an hour till you get your blood drawn. So, this is why Let's Get Checked is so great, because it's cut that middleman out and made things more efficient. If you check out Let's Get Checked's website, they have tons of different at-home test kits, ranging from testing for your fertility, from hormonal health, digestive health, cardiovascular health. Now, Let's Get Checked reached out to me to test and use one of their at-home test kits. So I chose to test and use the Thyroid Antibody Test. And this test identifies thyroid dysfunction and damage. It looks at key hormones and antibodies. As I've previously discussed in numerous of my videos, women with PCOS tend to have low thyroid, which is known as hypothyroidism, which means that the thyroid isn't producing enough of the thyroid hormone, and therefore things like metabolism begin to slow down, ovulation doesn't occur, experience things like cold hands and feet, hair loss, hair thinning, weight gain, so many different symptoms. So, this is testing of thyroid is something really great and something I recommend. Always do a full thyroid panel. That's what I decided to look at, because I've never done a full thyroid panel before. Most doctors used to do the TSH and T4, I believe. So I was really interested in, really looking at how my thyroid is functioning, like what is going on within my body. So I was really excited to take a look at that and see what the results are. So the way it works is super simple. You simply choose a test kit online. Let's Get Checked then delivers it to you in discreet packaging with next day delivery. You then activate the test kit online using the activation code provided in the test kit, and you'll be asked a few health related questions, which allows the Let's Get Checked health team to provide personalized support and health recommendations to you during the phone consultation. Then once you've activated your test kit, you then collect your sample. Now, Let's Get Checked recommends doing this in the morning. From there, Let's Get Checked reviews your sample in their lab. Let's Get Checked then shares your results with you via their secure online account within 2 to 5 business days. It's super quick, seamless, and your results are confidential. Once your results are available, they'll be reviewed by a physician, and a nurse will contact you for a consultation over the phone. Finally, in some cases, the physician will provide prescriptions for you to the pharmacy of your choosing. Now, Let's Get Checked does not diagnose or provide treatment plans, but they do offer advice and guidance based on your health results. So they make the results easy to interpret and further explain during the consultation what your results mean, which I really liked. So the process was super simple. I shipped off my sample on Monday, received a text on Wednesday saying that they received the sample and that I would get my results within 2 to 5 business days. And then on Thursday, I received an email that my results are available, and a nurse also phoned me up to have a consultation over the phone. So this was the first time I've ever got essentially a full thyroid panel with antibodies. 5 out of the 6 biomarkers came back normal, within the normal range, but my TGA-B thyroid antibody was a little high, and this is something I must address. I wasn't shocked because I was experiencing certain symptoms that now explain why I was feeling a certain way. So I was glad that I did that, because now I'm able to, number one, I know why it was happening, and number two, I can now address this through diet and lifestyle changes. And the great thing is that the nurse who was doing the consultation with me did provide me with some insight into why it may be elevated, and led me down a path of doing further tests to get further to the root cause of what I need to do to lower the thyroid antibody and to lower that inflammation. But the nurse was pretty happy with the rest of my results, and it wasn't. She obviously questioned if I was suffering from any other symptoms, and that's why I decided to get a test. And she was explaining other kind of thyroid symptoms that if I've been experiencing, which I haven't. The only thing I was experiencing was related to the inflammation of, fatigue, kind of joints hurting. So that kind of, like I said, explained why I was experiencing those things. So I was really glad that I did this test, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have known what was going on. Doctors would never have run this kind of test. So I was really happy to have had the opportunity to test and get to the root cause of what's going on. They also make it easy for you to share the results with your doctor or healthcare provider. So if I decide to go to the doctor, I can simply print off these results and show them and get extra guidance and support. So let's break down some of these pros and cons of Let's Get Checked and using their at-home test kit. So number one, super convenient. Like I said, if currently in the whole kind of worldwide situation that we're in, it's super convenient if you just really if you don't want to go anywhere and you just want to get sent your at-home test kit, your hormone test kit, or whatever you want to test to look at your current health, to even just, keep track and see if the dietary and lifestyle change that you have been making have led to an improvement in your hormones, and just to see if you're making good progress or if certain things need to be tweaked again. So it's super convenient. There's no kind of hassle of, making your way to your doctor, or, depending on how far it is, and then waiting there, and then getting your blood drawn, and then waiting a week or so, which I know a lot of people it takes a while. So it's super convenient. The second pro is that there's a large selection of tests. Like, there are loads, depending on what you want to test. So like I said, there's fertility, so you can check hormones related to your fertility, from ovarian reserve, looking at your AMH, looking at estrogen, progesterone. There's just a wide array of tests, looking at cortisol levels, looking at thyroid, looking at liver, looking at diabetes, looking at inflammation. I really like the fact that there's different options of what I might be interested in testing, which is awesome. Third benefit is that the price is reasonable. I know in a lot of places, the cost of getting a blood test, of checking your hormones, or just doing any kind of medical test is expensive. So, the prices range depending on if you get a single test or if you get like a bundle, kind of numerous tests within one test. So the prices do range, and they always have discount codes. So most of the time, it does come to a reasonable price. The fourth pro is that it is clear and super simple to use. So, like I said, the the process from start to finish, super simple. Purchase the kit, it gets sent, take the blood, you send it back, you wait 2 to 5 days, and you've got it. And the whole process of collecting the blood, or whatever method is required for your specific test, is super simple. The instructions to using the test kit is always super simple. You would assume it might be a little bit more tricky, but yeah, it was super simple. Once you did the steps beforehand to make sure your blood flow is great and you got the technique down, it's super simple. The fifth benefit is that there's a quick turnaround. Like I said, I ordered my test kit, and within 2 days or so, I received the kit in a discreet packaging. I took the test, drew the blood on Monday, shipped off same day, and then by Wednesday, they said they received it. And by Thursday, I received the results and got a call about speaking to a nurse about my consultation. And that brings me on to my sixth benefit, and that's the consultation at the end. I really like the fact that they add this other kind of feature, I guess, to it, where you get to speak to a nurse about your results, helping you further understand what these results mean, even though they do, break down the ranges, and the doctor clearly identifies what this means. But it's great to get this other kind of personal touch and more insight into exactly what this means, but obviously clearly outlining that you should print out your results and visit your own healthcare provider for further to further discuss what this means and what you could do to I guess, if you have a problem, to help fix that issue. So those are pros of using Let's Get Checked to test your hormones. Let's move on to the cons. It was tricky. I didn't have the technique down. The blood flow was fine, but I didn't have a technique I didn't know. So it was a bit tricky at first. And I got a bit frustrated because I was like, it's not coming out, it's taking forever. I had to use 3 of those lancets and on 3 fingers. And it was a bit painful. I just didn't have it all down. I guess I didn't get the technique down. I guess if you don't like drawing blood and doing this kind of stuff yourself, that's a con. I guess another con is ordering one test kit can get pricey. If you want to just if you only want to test specific ones, if you want to just get single test kits, it can be pricey. And if you want to get multiple ones, the prices can add up. So at first I was skeptical about using Let's Get Checked at-home test kit, or using just any kind of at-home test kit. You always think, what if I do it wrong? What if something happens, it doesn't work? And but I was really, really happy with the whole experience, the whole process. It wasn't too daunting or scary. I was really happy, really impressed with the whole process from start to finish. And I was really happy that, considering the whole kind of situation that we're all in, can't really leave the house, getting this at-home test kit and being able to just see where my health is and seeing what I need to do to improve what's going on, why I'm experiencing symptoms. It was really helpful, and I'm really glad I had that opportunity to test it, to see what's going on. I'm really glad that products such as these exist and allow us to stay on top of our health. I believe everyone should have access to hormone testing, and Let's Get Checked makes that possible. It's never been this simple to stay on top of your hormone health. So if you're contemplating whether you want to try a test kit, which I highly recommend that you do, visit Let's Get Checked today. In the description box, I have a link to check out Let's Get Checked. So thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you found out more about Let's Get Checked and the whole process. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Comment if you've tried Let's Get Checked, which test you tried and your experience. I'd really like to know your own experience too. And make sure that you subscribe for plenty more videos. I'll catch you in the next one.